Yo, what is up, guys? Grim here. Day 2 of the league, and there's been some massive changes to sextants. So in this video, I'm going to explain the changes to sextants and how it kind of affects your shaping strategies a little bit so that you guys can save some money ripping off maps and stuff later. So we'll get straight into it. So to begin with, you can have a maximum of 5 sextants now in the game. But how you won't be getting this maximum very often, and there's a few reasons why. So you start off the game with one sextant, you just come into the atlas and you'll have one just by standard. To get number 2, 3, and 4, you need to complete all the white maps on the map, including unique maps. That's very important. So to get to get the second sextant, you'll have to complete all white maps and whack attacker Myru to or whatever. So that's really important to know. And then obviously for yellow maps, all the unique maps again, and all the yellow maps. And then finally for red maps, you're going to need to do all the guardians, all the unique maps, and all the red maps. So that's going to be getting you 4 sextants. And then the fifth one is you have to fight up to Uber Elder. So when you get the tier 16 Elder Orb, that's when you'll get that fifth sextant. So you can see right now I only have 2. You'll be able to see how many sextants you have here, so it'll tell you exactly how many you've got. Now let's get into the really important part. So you might be thinking, oh, that's really sick. All I've got to do is do all the white maps, all the yellow maps, and all the red maps, and then I can take them all off again and do my shaping strategy, right? That is not the case. I've tested this in game on 3.2. So let's say I complete all the white maps and I unlock the sextant. So I can now use 2 sextants. So it might be kind of normal to think that I can now go take the white maps back off and retain that sextant. That is not how it works. As you can see here, we've got 2 right now. What I did was I ripped off a strand map with an unshaping orb or whatever, and that total went down to 1. So if you don't consistently have all of the requirements for a sextant, you're going to lose that sextant, like the ability to use it. So you can't, for example, which is what I was going to do the entire atlas and then take off all of the red maps at the end and have all 5 sextants. That's not going to work. They've already thought of that. So this has massive implications for shaping strategies, and we're going to go into that now. For starters, not many people are going to have access to sextants in the like wide majority of the player base. So to get like the sextants, generally you're never going to have the red sextant because no shaping strategy wants to complete all the red maps because shape maps are red and you need to leave out at least a tier of the red maps to make sure you get a guaranteed drop of at least one shaped map throughout the mapping progress. So you're not going to have the red sextants pretty much at all. So we can cross that one off. So we're working with 4 sextants now. That's what the majority of the player base should have. And then we're going to knock out another one because most people won't be completing Zana's quest and getting up to the Uber Elder. So now most people only have 3 sextants to work with. And we'll move on even further. If you're doing shaped channel or any tier 10 strategy, generally you don't want to complete any tier 11s or like many tier 10s. You only want to have one shape tier 10. So then that'll knock most people's shape channel play down to 2 sextants in total, which is just abysmal compared to the whopping 4 that strategies like vaults and stuff can run. So if you're running a high sextant strategy, generally you want to now be going for a much higher tier map strategy so that you can unlock all the yellows, all the whites, and then have an easier time unlocking the Uber Elder fight because there's no easy task. Basically, you need to get Elder up and around the Guardians and then fight them there to unlock that last Sextant. So it's looking like some pretty massive changes for Sextants. I've been using them currently. I do have my Atlas complete. However, it is only day 2, and it feels fine. So they are still very powerful. When you're rolling them, you're just going to have to use a few more to get the maps that you want. However, that's kind of balanced out by the fact that not many people are going to have access to the full amount of them, and they're going to be very difficult to use for newer players still. You're going to be stuck with only 1 or 2 as a new player, and generally most people are going to have only 1. So the people who will be using them are the very top end players, and even they are going to have some limitations on them now. As I said, most people are going to have a maximum of 4. No high level player is going to complete all the red maps unless there's some sort of cheese strategy with the tier 16 orb I don't know about because I don't have that yet. But yeah, we're looking at 4 maximum, 3 for shaped tier 10 yellow maps, and then most players going to have a low amount. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video and this helped out with a few things. If there's anything else you guys want me to test, post it in the comments and I will do that for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.